Does Samara Weaving only do movies where she gets her ass kicked? Let's rant about it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We got a film rant review for you today. We're looking at Over Your Dead Body from 2026. All right, this movie stars Samara Weaving and Jason Segel, and it is a remake of a Norwegian film uh, done Americanized. So it's about a couple that go to a cabin, not necessarily a cabin, but their grandfather's lake house, and just going away for the weekend. They have a rocky relationship, and the husband is planning on murdering the wife, and then wacky shenanigans take place as this plan unfolds. So that's the general synopsis and plot. So all right. This film was a pretty good film. I'd say it was pretty well done. It was directed by, I forgot his name, Jorma, one of the Lonely Island guys. So they have a very much rooted in comedy direction. But this movie really hinges on our two leads, Samara Weaving and Jason Segel. I thought they had pretty darn good chemistry. Thought they do well together. Um, yeah, Samara Weaving really only does these movies where she kind of gets her ass kicked throughout the entire film. Um, Pretty much everything that I've seen from her, she's like bloody as shit and everything like that. So that's always kind of fun. And I've always been a fan of Jason Segel. Been really big fan of him ever since he kind of was actually in one of my favorite films, Can't Hardly Wait, in a very brief cameo, and then followed his career all the way through How I Met Your Mother and all that, and then through his movies. So, been a big fan of his. So, really enjoy to see him continuing to make movies. I know he's very much in kind of the TV scene more recently, but good to see him back on the big screen. So, yeah, this film I think has a very good pacing to it. It does do a narrative structure where it kind of jumps back and forth in time, which kind of a fun narrative tool that they use throughout the film. You also get cameos by Timothy Olyphant and Juliette Lewis and some others. I thought they were very well introduced to the film and integrated into the plot. So, um, yeah, you kind of get a good sense of how the story progresses and the way that they're narratively telling the story. Kind of a fun tool that they use to kind of get you to live in the action about what exactly is going on and how did everybody get to where they're end up being. So the one kind of gripe I have for the film, it just wasn't a lot of big laughs. It does get kind of dark at times, as it kind of would with a plot about somebody trying to murder somebody else. But the laughs are kind of, good chuckle laughs, but nothing really huge and big, at least from my perspective. And the laughs kind of aren't as consistent as I thought they would be going into the film. That was just sort of my expectation that, it was going to be very much a dark comedy with a lot of comedy, which still is, but not as much as I was expecting. So that kind of let me down a little bit. But that was more of my expectation going in versus what the actual movie is. So can't really beat up the movie for that not meeting my expectations and kind of me being disappointed by that. But that's kind of just where it is from my perspective. So yeah, this is a good bloody affair. Where if you like to see a lot of decent amount of comedy, a lot of violence, a lot of domestic dispute situations, and it does have some pretty darn good gore to it, which was surprisingly. They do some good practical effects in this film that were actually pretty darn gory and pretty darn good. So I was actually pleasantly surprised by that. So all right, for this film, I'm going to end up giving it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I think on Letterboxd, maybe I gave it a 3 out of 5, but upon reflection and thinking about it, I think I'm going to bump it up a little bit, give it 3.5 out of 5. Yeah, just a good story. I'm very much interested in maybe checking out the original film. Yeah, just kind of see kind of what it was based off of and kind of go from there. But yeah, Let me know in the comments. What did you think? Please like, comment, and subscribe if you can on the video. What did you think of the film? Were you able to check it out? I know it didn't get the biggest release, so not sure if everybody was able to go check it out. So I know I had to go to a seldomly gone to theater near me to go check it out, which was a terrible experience. This theater was fucking awful. The amenities were terrible. The bathroom was broken. It was. I actually filled out a survey about it, and it was terrible. So that's kind of how bad it was for me. But all right. Well, thank you again. And as always, if I don't see you again, bye forever.